Flashed across. Go on, guys, please. Get one yourself, son. And what a great goal. Not so. Shoots.
What is going on, everybody? You're very welcome back to OnlyLeedsBros. Hope everybody is keeping and doing well. Sorry you're late, as you can see. I have a new pair of goggles on. I've been struggling to read your comments, guys, over the last couple of days and a couple of weeks, as you noticed. I'm getting old. I am getting old, so apologies about the goggles. Might be a bit of a shine. New ones are coming, so there won't be a glare and all that, so I do apologise. But welcome along to tonight's stream, where we have a good bit to get into. We're obviously going to speak about the latest Leeds United transfer news, Noah Okafur, everyone that we've been linked with over the last couple of days. And we're also going to run our competition as well live for the brand new Leeds United jersey of your choice. We ran a competition on our X where all you had to do was subscribe to the OnlyLeedsBros YouTube channel, retweet the post and tag a mate to get an entry there. So we will run that towards the end of the show. We'll get your details then, and then we'll send the jersey out to you. So you have a pick between home, away and the third kit as well. So we'll get that sorted for you. And then also OnlyLeedsBros turns 1 today. So 365 days of OnlyLeedsBros. This day last year we did our first intro video, which I was absolutely rattling with, put across the internet. And a year on, yeah, amazing, lads, absolutely amazing. We're trying to kind of put together in my head words that I kind of wanted to say to kind of thank you guys. And realistically, lads, there isn't any way of thanking you over the last year. You have all been there with us. You've seen kind of the ups and downs that this channel has gone through. No more so obviously the passing of our dad, when we didn't really know if OnlyLeedsBros was going to continue after that, because what kind of sort of headspace we were in. But there was one man, Joe Blackburn, and I do have to give him a massive shout out. He was the one that kept the channel going, because it was very much in the way of thinking, you know, our dad gave us Leeds United, and, you know, how can we continue on something that he kind of gave us. And then all the friends that we've made over the last couple of years, last year has been absolutely unbelievable, guys. So again, we just want to say thanks very much from the bottom of our hearts for the last year. It's been absolutely unbelievable, guys, and we genuinely we can't thank you enough. We keep going with all your support, keep going as well with all the DMs we get, the recommendations of, you know, change this, do that, and we do listen to you guys, and we're loving the community that we're building. We're not really too bothered, to be honest with you guys, about subscribers and views. It's all about building up a relationship with you guys. But we do just want to say thanks very much for absolutely everything. Dylan, I'm going to hand it over to you, because I know you have a little bit to say to the people as well.
I do. Just real quick, sorry, the child is up, lads. You just give me 2 seconds. He's screaming the place down, so I'm very sorry about this.
You're alright. Dylan's going to check out the kid. We're going to get through a couple of the comments anyway, guys, to say hello to loads of people in the building. As always, guys, please make sure you're smashing a like and subscribe. Danny Talks Leeds is here. He says, happy first birthday. Smash a like and subscribe. Cheers, Danny. Really appreciate that, buddy. Shane Dalton, happy first birthday, lads. Keep up the good work. On a lower note, Ampadu is out for games. We will go through that as well, buddy. We will. What up, it's the cheese gang here. Nice and early cheese, pal. Thanks very much. All cheese, aren't we? If we get DEMIROVIC a right winger, what a fantastic window. Come on, Leeds, let's go. Love that. We will get into all that, brother. Who else have we got here? We have Stephen Bourne is in the building. Happy first birthday, lads. What an amazing year it's been for you. Two bros talking about their shared passion while building a brilliant channel and community. You should be so proud. We really are, buddy. And thanks very much for everything over the last year. You've been an absolute rock to us. Happy first birthday, you pair of Irish legends. My brothers. Cheers, pal. Absolutely love that. Pierre's in the building as well. I honestly think that with Okafor and DCL plus our existing teams, our assistant team, we can develop. Absolutely, buddy. We're going to get into all that. Who else have we got here? We have Inky here. Happy first birthday, bros. Cheers, and Inky. Appreciate that, buddy. Who else have we got? Loads and loads of people in the bill. Jason O'Keefe here. The clock's supposed to be slowing me. I was trying to find my glasses. Pal. I said, I can't go onto the stream again tonight, not being able to see the comments. The lads just doing our makeup. Yeah, doing our makeup. I'm like you now, Danny. Like you, brother. Darren, I'm the same. Yeah. Clark Kent is that you. It's in the name, though. It's in the name, isn't it, pal? Emord is here, says happy anniversary, bros. Cheers, pal. Paul is here as well. You look good. Cheers, appreciate that, pal. Darren, are you in the Jacks? Yeah, a bit of a noose around in here. So this will all get done up behind me as well. There's going to be a bit of a background going in here, LED lights and stuff like that as well. So yeah, loads of bits coming on Only Leeds Bros over the next while. Michael Pollard says, good evening, Darren Dillo. Caught it live just in time. Yeah, probably because we were a bit late, pal. BMG is here, says, where's John Pepper? He's in there, buddy. He's in there. Give it to him. He's feeling a little bit happier. Evening, bros. Congratulations on your first of many years MOT. Cheers, Seamus. Absolutely love that, pal. What else have we got here? Shane says, your dad defo would want you to continue as a 51-year-old dad to a 27, 25 and a 19-year-old. I can defo say he will be proud. Cheers, Shane. Really, really appreciate the buddy. Really do. Quality. Yeah. Another little thing, lads, before we do move on to the transfer window, kind of want the Dylan here for us, but I kind of have to announce it now. So there's going to be a little bit of a revamp on Only Leeds Bros, so just to make us all aware. So we're dropping the Only Leeds Bros, and we're just going to be known as Leeds Bros from now on now. So there'll be a little bit of an upgrade. You've probably seen the thumbnails over the last couple of days have changed as well. We've been working hard on the background trying to take that step up to the Premier League. So now we'll be known as Leeds Bros. I think we're mostly known as Leeds Bros anyway. Be a little bit of a logo change, which is already up there as well, so you can check that out after that. So yeah, just keep an eye on a couple of things. We'll keep you updated on posts as well, just to keep you aware of stuff that we are kind of changing the channel. Nothing too major, just little bits and bobs and upgrades, and we'll be asking for your opinion as well on a couple of things as well, for what you think as well. Right, let's get into it anyway, guys, and as always, make sure you're getting your thoughts in the comment section below. Drop a like on the video, and of course hit subscribe to the channel. But let's speak a little bit about Noah Okafur. So we did eventually get the confirmation of the signing for the football club today from Noah Okafur. I think it was the worst kept secret. We knew this was coming over the last couple of days, but he has signed a 4-year deal at Elland Road. Fee believed to be in the region of about 20 million, which was way off the 10 million that we did here a couple of weeks ago. We were told that Leeds could pick him up for around 10 million, but it's said that it's about 20 million, but it's still not a bad deal for us. Let us know, guys, what you think. Danny, I put me off. The Leeds girls are coming soon. So we spoke about Noah Okafur in the video that I put out earlier on, and I have to say, guys, I'm happy with this one. I really, really am. He's a very, very good player. In the Aviva Stadium, he gave us absolute hell down that left-hand side for them. Isaac Smith didn't know where to go, how to follow him, or what to do. He's a very, very good player. There's a couple of injury niggles that he's had over the last couple of years, but not too bad. People are kind of making it out to be on the level of kind of Patrick Bamford and Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Some of them a couple of injuries, and you're going to get them as well because he's that sort of explosive player. If you've watched any sort of his clips or watched him for AC Milan, he is one of them when the ball comes to him, and he's very quick off the toes, and normally quick and pacey players do kind of pick up them hamstring injuries and calf injuries and stuff like that. But he is a very, very good player, very exciting player that's going to get bums off seats. And to be honest with you as well, lads, a player that Leeds United really needed. We've seen over the course of pre-season, from the game that we did see against Manchester United, we absolutely battered Man United. We really did, and we just didn't really have anything up front to kind of finish the game or take them chances. The two games that we've seen in Germany, look against lower sides, we scored a couple of goals, and then against AC Milan and Dublin as well, we really dominated the game, dominated possession, but again, without really being clinical and putting the ball in the back of the net. And of course, that rolled on to Monday night against Everton as well. Shape-wise, I think we look absolutely fantastic at the back, solid back line. Really happy with Lucas Perry. The midfield dynamic, I know about Ampadu now as well, but the midfield look really, really good, really solid. It's just going forward, we're just missing that little something. It obviously didn't help with Dan James being off it a little bit on Monday night as well. Pirro was dropping a little bit deep, didn't really have anything clear cut apart from the one that went to the front post that Pickford saved, and then Nonto then again looked really busy getting about it, but hadn't really got that killer instinct. So it's well needed, it really is, and we do need more. So now Okafur is the first piece in that jigsaw. Hopefully we can get another striker in the door. We will speak about DEMIROVIC as well, who've been linked with as well. The latest striker Leeds United have been linked with. So, and Daniel Farke did allude to as well in his press conference today that he is looking for one or two more in that striker position, and also a fullback as well. And of course we still do have them loan options as well. So it's going to be interesting to see. I think next week is really going to ramp up. We hear Prague as well before the game against Everton. Very weird to see a chairman doing an interview with Sky, but it is what it is, I suppose. It's the American kind of way, isn't it? But he did say that he does expect more action, and towards the tail end of the window, them last couple of days, the things really move. So you can see that he has a plan out of exactly, what's going to happen over the next couple of days. So let's grab a couple of your comments then as well. Danny Talks Leeds says, love this interview, couldn't believe how many people were at the friendly. Yeah, no, I think he probably hooked us, Danny, didn't he, exactly when he said that, and it was brilliant, the video that went with it as well. You can actually see him walking out onto the Aviva Stadium and looking around, being in absolute awe of the Leeds fans that are around them. And I think a lot of people were as well. Like even some of the lads that I work at Arsenal, Man United fans are saying the same thing as well. Just like 50,000 showing up to a pre-season game was absolutely mental. So yeah, very, very good. What would we call our blog for Newcastle? Darren, Stephen and Amy on tour. Yeah, we are heading to the Newcastle game myself, Amy and Stephen. Dillo's not going, unfortunately not. He might do a watch along. I haven't actually asked him yet. But yeah, we'll see what happens there. But we are heading over to the Newcastle game. Glasses, read the chat my ears. Darren was knocking over his points. That's why he needed the glasses. I wish, pal. I can actually see a lot better now. I'm able to read the comments a lot better now, thank God. But I will sort out that kind of glare thing that comes off the screen and all that over the next while. Jason O'Keefe says our medical staff are very good. They'll keep them fit, and that's it, Stephen. I know under Bielsa, the medical staff that we're meant to be fantastic. We heard that they were very good medical staff. We'd heard Stuart Dallas talking about that medical team as well being very good as well. But ever since, I don't know whether it's the training regime under Daniel Farke, whether it is the new medical staff that we have in, but we seem very good at being able to kind of keep players fit and also get players back ahead of time as well. We seen last year with Ampadu coming back early, with Gruev coming back early, Strike came back early as well. So that seems to be a good thing as well, that when players do get injuries, which obviously is going to happen in football, that we're able to get them back on the pitch quicker as well, which for me is a sign of a very, very good medical team. So you're absolutely spot on there, Jason, and hopefully they can do the exact same thing to Dominic Calvert-Lewin and get him on the pitch, because he could definitely be a real coup for us, 100%. BMG, I was only joking about getting players in, buddy. It was just so frustrating in the end. It's going to be fine. Exactly, John. And I think as Leeds fans, we've all been in your position, John, haven't we, over the last couple of weeks? There's definitely days and probably hours during the days where you get a little bit frustrated and you're like, just come on, Leeds, just get it done. But look, I suppose it's the saying, good thing comes to those who wait, isn't it? Look, I think it was the Pajero one that kind of really put kind of the cat amongst the pigeons with Leeds fans, wasn't it? Because we were genuinely thought we were going to get that done and get it sorted, and unfortunately we didn't. But look, I think anything under Pajero was always going to be, a downgrade, because he was a very, very good player. But I think Okafur is very, very good, lads. I think he is a very, very good player, a real good kill. And as Jason says there, if we can get him fit and firing, he'd be a real good threat in the Premier League for Leeds United. Especially down that left-hand side with good Munson as well. I think Munson is absolutely fantastic as well. Could really, really build up a good partnership there. Okafur looks like he'll up front, not sure, and put his fullback on the tray. Willie seemed to have struggled with the physicality going past the Everton fullback. Yeah, maybe so. He looked busy. I think he put Jacob Bryan under a little bit of pressure in that first half. He was kind of hassling Harry, and every time Jacob Bryan got the ball, he was really on top of him. Michael, wasn't he? Didn't give him a minute, but I was kind of disappointed with what he was doing with the ball when he did kind of have time and space on it. He'd one shot that he ballooned over the bar as well. But yeah, he looked good. I was impressed with Nanto as well. Did look a real threat, but we just need more of that out of him, don't we? And more consistency out of Willie Nanto as well. And look, we'll have Okafor there now to provide that little bit of threat for the position as well. So hopefully we get the best out of both of them. BMG says, I'd rather get players cheaper with perhaps sketchy history than drop 13 million on an unproven Diarra and all their Xhaka players like Sunderland. And exactly, BMG, we've seen the 49ers during this transfer window where they're not being outdone, are they? They're really not. They're not overspending. They have a valuation of a player and they're sticking to it. They really are. They're not going to put that valuation on. And I like that. I really do, because when you look back at where Leeds United were in the past, when we were overspending on players and on wages just to get the deal done, you even go back as far as the previous regime of, things that we did to get players signed here with clauses and contracts and stuff like that. The 49ers are real smooth operators. And if it means by getting, a little bit of a less talented player to, secure the future of the football club and not put the future on the back foot in contracts and stuff like that, I 100% agree with you, BMG. Leeds United should come first over any player. So definitely agree with you there, pal. Okafor seems to carry confidence and belief in his abilities. I really like that in a player, and Farke must have had an impact when he spoke to him in Dublin. Absolutely, Jam. It is. That's a massive thing as well. Confidence in yourself, confidence as a player. Absolutely, and as I said, he get bums off seats. I really think he's going to be an exciting player. If you have watched him I've watched him a good bit in the Champions League as well. I remember when he played against Real Madrid as well in the Champions League. He was very good down that left hand side. He scored a good last few minute winners as well for AC Milan as well. He seems to be one of them that likes to get a late goal as well. So you know, who knows, he could start that at Leeds United as well. But you're right, Jam, as well. I think he's going to have a real impact at Leeds, and I think Farkas had an impact on him as well. So yeah, interesting to see how he gets on. There's two players I still won't get both, and probably won't get either. Bakawa and Uche. Yeah, Uche. We covered him at the start of the window when there was murmurs of him, and then it seemed to go absolutely dead. But we do need probably get a fullback. That lad from Bournemouth. We will get into James Hill after this as well. We definitely need a fullback cover as well. We'll talk a little bit about James Justin as well, because well, supposedly that he was injured, but I suppose he's not as bad as what it was. Welcome back, Dillo. Look how they sorted Solomon. That superb team. Daniel Farke uses a player sensibly as well. Absolutely, 100%. James Hill, yeah, exactly. Shane says, loving the signing so far. Wouldn't mind seeing Okafur DCL come on at some stage against Arsenal. Yeah, I think we will. Farke spoke a little bit about DCL and his training, and was keeping his cards close to his chest, but all the things that he was saying about that, he's training good, he's integrated in the squad, he's already integrated into the team and his teammates and stuff like that, and he already feels part of the group and stuff like that. He's kind of saying all the right things, so I think we'll probably see him in the squad. I wouldn't say start, but I do think we'll see him in the team, absolutely 100%. Can you imagine the goals with Okafur crossing, DL and DCL, Pirro and Meche there as well? Yeah, absolutely. Everton game that really put the spotlight on the club and will help get the remaining targets off line. I think a hat that Michael did that, and I think obviously if the fans can see it, Fark has been saying it, so surely the 49ers can see it as well. We dominated, especially that first half as well, and I don't think any Everton fan can deny it. We were all over them. We really were. We just really hadn't got that kind of clinical edge, which we've seen. We have been missing over pre-season as well, so it needs most. Everything else I'm kind of happy with, apart from getting full-back cover, but everything else we look really good. We just really need that threat going forward. Dillo, we'll pass it over to you, because we actually didn't get to speak about Okafur to you. Obviously signed, sealed, delivered today. It's been a winger that we've been chasing Dylan since the Bijou, but we eventually got it done, and I feel a little bit more calmer now that we've another option now going forward in the offence. Yeah,
as BMG would say, positivity is key. It's great to see these signings coming in the door. Leeds really are making moves. This one excites me. Seeing him at the Aviva was phenomenal. He was just up and down. He had Schmidt in his back pocket. He just looked very good. And obviously there was, rumours at the time. Yeah, it was, Danny, to be fair. There was rumours at the time, and then obviously we seen him play. He just looks like he has that spark, and he can take his game to the next level.
Yeah.
He's definitely exciting for me. His ceiling is so high, and then, you could say, look, I'm not saying he will be as good as Rafinha or Solomon, but you can kind of see the stardust that we've been looking for, and I think this is the player to more or less.
We were impressed with him, Dylan, in Dublin as well. Now look, he was up against Isaac Smith, but what I liked about him in Dublin, he was very unpredictable, Dylan. Very unpredictable, and that's a handful for any fullback. I played fullback all my life, and I didn't mind fast wingers when it was obviously a little bit more faster. I didn't mind because it kind of pushed them out when they were one-dimensional, showed them down the line, don't let them get the cross edge, force them back and stuff like that. What I liked with him, the runs he was making was into out and out to in, so he was really varying up his game. He's able to come inside, he's able to go outside, he's able to play on the right-hand side, can play through the centre, can play 10, and that's really confusing for full-backs and defenders, Dylan, isn't it, that he has that variety to his game as well, and pace the bowling exactly like Dan James. So yeah, I think it's a very, very good signing.
It'll suit Fark as well, considering, he's been saying that he wants this kind of utility player, whether he does play, the wings up top, or even, potentially even a 9 or a 10. Convert him into a 10. You just wouldn't know if Fark kind of has that magic spell on players, as well. Obviously, with the injury history that I know everyone was worried about, similar to Solomon, though, and he's still young as well, so there's still time to get these injuries under control. I genuinely think this is going to be probably the most successful signing, if I'm being honest with you. To me, he just looks like that kind of spark. No disrespect to Sean Longstaff, I know Anton Stack is absolutely phenomenal at the minute, but I just think this one he's going to be definitely a fan favourite for me.
Yeah, absolutely, Dylan. Let's pull up some more of the comments as well. Some great comments coming in tonight, lads. I do have to say, very, very interactive tonight. Shane says, let's hope Dan James turns up against Arsenal. Had a quiet night against Everton. Saying that Moyes done his homework and stopped DJ from going forward. I think he did. I think it was a little bit of both. At the time, you know, we were watching the game and we were a bit disappointed in DJ. And then we did the match reaction straight after them with Jam, of course. Then when you're obviously straight off the back of a watch along and watching Leeds United, you're always a little bit pointing. Not that we were berating him or anything like that. We just thought he had a very poor game. But I do kind of what I always do. I always kind of watch back the highlights, the extended highlights, and then try and get the full game then a couple of days later and rewatch it again and really kind of have a look of what we did. Cool, because there's times when you're kind of focusing on the result and you want Leeds to get forward, you want them to score goals, you miss all the other little bits still, and when you can kind of sit back, relax, and actually really watch the game. And I think DJ was doubled up on a lot, Dylan. He was forced inside in that left foot. We did speak about it on the watch along as well. Just seems to be teams are trying to do that as well, get him in on his left foot, and he's always kind of doing that kind of whipping ball into the box that never really seems to work out. But definitely a quiet night but by his standards, and I fully expect him to be back at Arsenal. Still a little bit rusty at the AC Milan game, not as bad at Everton, but you can definitely see it there. But he's working his way back, and we know he is coming back from a muscle strain as well that he had out in Germany. Paul says, what position do you think we get? I definitely do think we get another offensive player and definitely get a fullback.
Fullback for me.
He keeps talking about a fullback position. Now that we've got Okafur in, I wouldn't mind covering the fullback position, and then maybe the last couple of days of the window, then go and get that striker position sorted, whether it's Muniz or Dimitrovic or any other striker that they're looking at. Just go and get it done. But I think we're in a really good place than what we were probably say about a week ago. Now that we've got Okafur in and all the murmurs coming out of the football club from Morate, from Fark, the fans, everyone know exactly what we need. Exactly, Ori sticking to the price. Might end up getting Muniz for cheaper than Fulham wanted. Stranger things have happened. Yeah, it's very weird, Muniz one, because I was obviously thinking back over the quarters window when we were kind of linked to them. We obviously bidded the 32 million. That was rejected by Fulham. Leeds seemed to pull out of the race. Then Atalanta came in with a 40 million bid. We all thought he was going there. That was rejected. And then Atalanta said they weren't going to go back in for him, and they're going for Krstovic, who Leeds were obviously linked with as well. And he obviously scored in the draw against Brighton as well. Very, very good finish actually for Fulham. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens there. I really think he's going to remain there or maybe come to Leeds. But it'd be interesting to kind of see what happens over there the last couple of days of the window. BMG says as well, I loved when Ampadu put Dewsbury Hall on his arse. It was absolutely quality, wasn't it? Quality. And you know what? As a player, I think Dewsbury Hall is quality. I really did like watching him, especially when he played with that Leicester team. Very good player. But when he stood up and after them winning the league and bringing Leeds up and all that, it was just after that, then I was just like, definitely deservable. So good lad, Amps, putting him on his arse, letting him know who's the boss. Stephen says, I'm delighted with Okafur and the squad that we have built. So upset that Ampadu is injured. But look who we have to step in. Gruev, Longstaff, that's great step. Who do you think will step in for Ampadu? I personally think it's going to be Gruev. I personally think Gruev. Very good question, Stephen. Let us know in the chat as well who you think's going to fill in for Ampadu. But personally, I do think it's going to be Ilya Gruev. I wouldn't mind seeing Longstaff as well, because obviously the new signing, kind of see how he gets on. But personally, I do think it'll be Gruev doing that little bit sitting. He's more of a similar kind of player to Ampadu than what Longstaff is. And Fark did allude to that in his press conference as well. So, I think it is going to be him, 100%. You also have to praise the 49ers for not overspending 9 players and 90-ish million. Just because the club spends a lot of money doesn't guarantee success like Sunderland have done. Absolutely, Jam. Absolutely. And it's the one that we keep going back to as Leeds fan, out Tanaka. 3.5 million from Bundesliga 2, and look at him the other night against Everton. He was sensational last season. Sensational. Brilliant against Everton the other night. You can see the talent. So you can pick up, players and prospects like that for nothing. You don't have to go out there. A player doesn't have to be worth 30, 40, 50 million spends, to make him be a really good player. You can pick up little players like that, Dylan, can't you? And we've seen Brighton are the team that have done it for years. They always buy bargain players and sell them to Chelsea, for 100, 120 million and stuff like that. So you're 100% right, Jam, and that's what I want the 49ers to do. Once the club's future and foundations are safe, I don't want us to overspend. Obviously, I want them to spend money, get players in, but once we're not putting the future of the club at risk.
Doing the right business. You don't need to spend 80 million on one player.
100%. If the club have a valuation for a player, absolutely stick to it. 110% stick to it, because the selling club are always going to want a bargain. 100% they're always going to want a bargain and get more out of you, so I agree. Michael Donnelly, we need a like 10. We need a 10 like Gus Hamer to take set pieces. Yeah, a lot of people are kind of saying over the last couple of days, and it's kind of came up again about Gus Hamer. We just don't see it. I just don't see it in the championship. I can't see it happening. I don't know what it is.
I'd like for it to happen.
See it. I think Leeds
if we're going for a 10, I think Gus Hamer is definitely the one to go for, but I can't see it happening. Not now, anyway.
Thanks, smash the like and subscribe, please do so, lads. Pierre says 69 watching, 26 likes. Come on, lads, it's our birthday. Give us a birthday like. Come on, we won't ask you anymore for the rest of the year. Money mess me well.
I got
Give
a
us
balloon made up and over it. Like.
Dylan has a one balloon behind him and all. He stopped on his way home from work after a hard day's graft, digging holes and in gas holes and all, and he stopped on the way home to get himself a one balloon.
The missus done it. I know she's watching this, so she'll be taking all the praise for her.
I love it. Spot on, Dillo. I knew you would see the like. Call it temporary lapse. When you felt sad for them couple of hours, he hasn't been ever since. I always done when Dylan's a bit upset. I said, remember what BNG said to you? And he always seems to pull himself back in. So that is Noah Okafur, Dylan. I say very, very looking forward to kind of seeing him. I think he's a very, very good player. Hopefully, we do get to see him against Arsenal. We obviously know he's a little bit further ahead in pre-season than what Dominic Calvert-Lewin is. So I do think we probably will see him in the squad against Arsenal. So yeah, delighted. I think Dylan, this means that we do have to speak about largely Ramazani and kind of where this leaves him and his spot in the Leeds United team, because the questions are there even without Okafur coming in. We seen against Everton, obviously Brendan Aronson coming on for Willie Nonto. We've seen Jack Harrison coming on for Dan James, and largely Ramazani is left sitting on the bench twiddling his thumbs and asking what is going on. It's a bit of a strange one, Dylan, isn't it? Because all of us as fans obviously think largely Ramazani, you know, he's still a young player, only 24 years of age. We've seen a couple of goals he scored last season for Leeds. I think he had 7 goals and 2 assists for Leeds in 31 appearances, which, you know, it's a really good return. But it feels like Fark just doesn't fully trust him or fully like him, and it's probably they were going the other way in the defending side of the game. There's no doubt going forward. He has that talent. But where does this leave him now with Okafor coming in? And is this going to be a loan deal, what we're going to see for Ramazani?
Yeah, literally what you said. It could be a loan. I think the way Fark is, I think it's down to competition as well. You know, I think maybe he's still young. Well, he is young. And that's maybe something that Fark is kind of, you know, edging him. That you're young, you need to build on your game a bit more. See, it's a different league, Darren, as well, being in the Premier League. Obviously, Premier, more quality players, more quality signings. Up against tougher teams like this now on Saturday against Arsenal. And it's simply you have to step up your game. You need to put in the training, you need to put in the work.
Yeah.
At the same time, I think it's a good thing for the likes of Noah coming in to give Ramazani that kind of boost, to give him that kind of enthusiasm going into training to, you know, I really want my spot in this team. We seen it with Nanto. You know, the first round when he was in the Premier League, he was quality, went down to the Championship, threw his toys out of Pram. And then Fark more or less gave him a check on himself. And could be the same with Ramazani. Now, we know that Ramazani has that kind of quality and the ceiling is so high. But it does take time. And this is the problem, you know. We're here talking about a player that we know is good. But there's just unfortunately there's someone better than him at this time present. So... I
understand that, Dylan, but like the other night when it felt like we needed a bit of a spark, like we had control of the game, we needed that.
Yeah, definitely should have came on.
That kind of flair, kind of sort of player, and like it's nothing bad against Brendan Aronson, and everyone kind of seems to think that if you kind of don't speak highly of Brendan Aronson, you have sort of an agenda against it. But if you want someone to kind of score and go get your goal, you're immediately thinking about largely Ramazani. So when you're taking Nanto off, which I didn't agree with in the first one, but if you was taking Nanto off and Ramazani is coming on, then you can think, right, we have that little bit of a trickery, and we've seen what he did towards the tail end of last year, coming on and scoring a couple of goals at the tail end of the season. So it's very interesting. But Dylan, the only kind of conclusion that I can come to is that he's just not doing it in training. He mustn't be doing it in training, because we've seen for a period of time as well with Isaac Smith, he wasn't getting into the Leeds team. Fark was coming out, said he needs to do a little bit more in training if he wants to get into this team. Then we start seeing Smith coming into the team, and he was coming on playing on the wings instead of largely Ramazani, and a similar thing came out of Fark as well, that he needs to be shown a little bit more in training as well. So you can only just put it down to that, Dylan, because he has the talent. We know he has the talent, so he's obviously just not doing enough in training.
I think, look, you have to be playing cards right with Fark. If you don't, you're just not getting on the pitch. And then when it does come out in the media, etc., then it's all of a sudden you need to try harder, you need to work harder in training. But before the end of this window, if he's not getting picked, you know, even coming on Saturday and making an impact, but then potentially it's looking going to be like a loan move. And I think that's probably the right thing for him in the sense, if Fark feels he's not going to do it for us this season, or you can't see him in his plans for this season, but then potentially move him on, you know, on loan. But going back to the Everton game, with Aronson coming on, same thing. I've no vendetta against Aronson, but you kind of want that kind of star quality that Ramazani does have. And we know he can score goals, and he can score lovely goals as well. So look, I'm not the manager. I don't see them week in, week out. I thought that was a wrong call, if I'm being honest with you. I still don't know how Aronson fits into this team. At times, I'm not saying he's not good. He is good. He gives it 110% when he does come on.
Yeah.
But I just think that kind of little spark, I think Ramazani would have been the man to come on. It's just a bit of a head scratch because I think he's good. I think he's very good.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting to see, but I think we probably do see him go on loan, Dylan. I really do. I would be very, very surprised with Okafur coming in and Ramazani still here at the close of the window. I would be very, very surprised with that because I think he'll probably be pushing for the loan now because not coming on the other game now. Unless Fark said, look, we needed to do it because first game back in the Premier League, we know what Harrison gives us. We know what Aronson gives us defensively wise. Didn't feel it was good enough for the game for, you as an attacking player coming on. You don't really know kind of the logistics of things, but in my own head, I probably feel that it is going to go out on loan. So it'd be interesting to see what way his future does go. Let's go back to some of the comments then, Dylan, and see what the people are saying. Philip says, all right, boys, just joined. Smash the like. Really happy about Noah Okafur coming in. So happy DF more or less said he is staying. Yeah, interesting to see. Very, very interesting to see. I think loan out Ramazani, let him get game time. Yeah, he's at that age as well. He just needs to go play football now, doesn't he, at 24? I think maybe Ramazani was seen as not having a defensive nose. Yeah, 100%. Good going forward, but defensively unsure, perhaps. Yeah, he doesn't really do it going the other way, does he, as much? We've seen Somerville do it as well. Somerville had loads of quality going forward, but for under Marsh, he never really got back. But then under Fark, he was very, very good at getting back Somerville. He was very, very good at doing the defensive work. So Fark does want that of his wingers. He wants his wingers.
Maybe that's it. That's simply what it could be down to, Darren. What you said is that he's not doing that side of defensive work and training. Yeah,
100%. Michael says largely is better than Nanto, let alone Harrison. Get Harrison now. Yeah, I think Harrison is staying here, buddy. But I do agree with you. I wouldn't say Largy is better than Nanto. Probably Sealam wise, maybe. You're probably right there, but I just think at the minute, I think Nanto's shown a little bit more. Again, look at Ramazani. He hasn't got the game time to show that he has more. So, yeah, I'm a bit unsure about Ramazani being better than Nanto, but the Harrison one, I do agree with that. Largy looks like he's on his way out. Cresswell, Spence, Roberts, Anthony, Joseph, Smith. Fark has to be careful at, 100%, Dylan. 100%, hasn't he? And we've seen Fark kind of really being cutthroat with players, that aren't really doing it. And I'm sure behind the scenes, he's, he's gone to Cresswell, he's gone to Spence. We hear the situation with Spence. Roberts, Anthony saying, look, I need a little bit more out of you. And it really seems like if you don't play by his rules, but then, there's the door, isn't it?
He's the coach at the end of the day.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm not being smart. Like, we're saying, at times we can't be falling in love with players, which is very hard. And, as you can see behind me, I have a Pero and a Stroke jersey behind me. But I mean, it gets to a point where with a manager, you're gonna, you have to back him as well. Like, that kind of way, especially if the players isn't doing it in the training ground. So, look, he is cutthroat, definitely. And to be fair to him, I think he's got it right on a number of occasions.
Yeah. As much as we don't like it as fans, as much as we don't like it, yeah, true. Stephen says Ramazani is not in Fark's plan. Honestly, think he's a player that was pushed on Fark by the club, and he was never really wanted him. Maybe, but I think Smith probably would have been down them lines as well. Looking back at it now, but yeah, who knows? Who knows? To be a fly in the wall in some of them meetings. The obvious one to get rid of is Aronson and then Harrison. And then next Harrison, but both be difficult to shift. Is a loan for Aronson possible? Does he do a job? But really, he's our weakest attacking threat. I think Fark likes him though. I really do. Fark turns to him a lot. I definitely don't think he's going to trust him in a number 10 position. If we do revert back to the 4-2-3-1 at any stage this season, I definitely do think that he's another option on the wing, buddy. But yeah, I don't see Harrison going anywhere. Dylan, do you?
No, definitely not. He rates him too much. You can see he comes on the pitch now.
Yeah.
Harrison does. Aronson. So he sounds so similar, and you'd end up saying the same one. He has that kind of spark on him at times when he does come on. I won't say like last season, Darren, for example, first game of the season when you wellied the fence over. If you remember, the gate. If you remember when he missed the chance, I'll never let that go.
Don't know what
you're talking about. Brilliant. He did. He completely changed that game. 110%. So. You can't give out to him about it too much, but the step up to the Premier League is much more different. he just needs to keep it up. And look, to be honest with you, if I was to ask you and ask people in the comments, where do you think Aronson's best position is? You know, for you to be quiet there and to think about it.
I think it more so depends on the formation, Dylan, that we're going to play. Look, we think last year definitely it suited him more so going through the middle, because obviously the Champions is a bit more physical. The wings, you need a little bit more quality, and I don't think he really kind of has that. I think through last season, definitely, absolutely, he's better through the number 10, and I think this season, Fark definitely sees him as more so a winger. We're not going to revert back to the 4-2-3-1. It's definitely going to be 4-3-3. So I think the only position he is going to play is out in the wing. But we've seen him do that under Jesse Marsh. We've seen him do it for the US men's national team as well. So, yeah, to answer your question, I think he can just do both, Dylan. I think he's one of them that he's not an out-and-out number 10. Look, he does a job there. I think he said that he sees himself as a box-to-box 8. I think I heard him saying during the summer when he was away with the American national team. I just don't think he has kind of the physicality. He definitely has the legs to do it, but I think if he kind of buffed up a little bit, he definitely could be a box 8, because he kind of has them runs. He's definitely able to get back, able to get forward. But I just don't think he kind of has the hustle and bustle in him. Do you know what I mean? I think he gets knocked off at times very easy. So, yeah, that's the one about Aronson as well. BMG, double click that, sorry. The BMG says, I think he brought Harrison on rather than Ramazani due to the game state, possibly. We needed to not concede a goal, and a goal was a bonus. Yeah, maybe so as well. That's what I'm saying. Maybe he was looking at, because he knows Harrison, look at whether you like him or not, we know he runs his socks off. He's always going to give you hard work, Dylan, isn't he? And the same with Aronson as well. And maybe Fark just thought, that the game needed first game back in the Premier League, and we needed to be a little bit more kind of defensively solid. So I'd say that's probably what was the thinking behind it. But yeah, I'm really, I have to say, guys, I'm really interested to see what way it's going to go with Ramazani over the next week or so. Whether he even gets a chance against Arsenal, it's going to be interesting to see.
I'd like to see him, though, to be fair, like, and obviously we'll get into our match build up, but the lineup itself, like, I'd like to see him start. Give him a chance. I'm being honest with you, because, like, no disrespect, Dan James, absolutely quality. He's just rusty. Just needs a week or two to get himself together. Give Ramazani a go.
Yeah.
No harm.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting to see. 100% going to be interesting to see, Dylan. Let's move on. Let's talk about the fullback then, James Hill and Dylan. So today we got a little bit of news. Obviously, we've been talking about another James Justin, over the last couple of weeks. We know that he got a bit of a bang against Leicester. The injury looked like it was bad, but it's obviously reported today that it actually isn't too bad. A bit of a dead leg, and it's not as bad as it as first feared. But Leeds United today have been linked with James Hill from Bournemouth. We know that he can play centre back. He can also cover right back. Very young, 23 years of age. This was reported by Mark McAdam, you'd know him from Sky Sports. He reported that Leeds United are interested in Bournemouth defender James Hill. Hill has just 1 year left on his contract and is admired by Daniel Farke, the 23-year-old. Predominantly plays as a centre-back, but can also cover right-back as well, Dylan. Watched him a little bit as he has played for Bournemouth. He is very good. As Mark McAdam says, he does predominantly play as a centre-half, but can cover that right-back position. What do you think of this one, Dylan? Because for me, I'd probably rather James Justin, because he can cover both fullback positions. He is a fullback and cover right back and left back. I'd more so be looking at that, but I'd say this has probably came out because the club were probably a little bit fearful of the injury status of James Justin, and whether Leeds United we're still going to kind of pursue that one. But look, what do you make of this one? Do you think Leeds will go after him? Do you think maybe they should be looking at maybe fullback cover for both?
Look, if I had to choose, I'd definitely go for James Justin.
Yeah.
Simply because he's a bit more experienced than James Hill, and then as you said, he can offer left back, right back, and play in the centre half position. But talking about James Hill, he is young. There's a little, he can mature. He's obviously played a good few games for Bournemouth, and then I looked up, like the same thing. You watch stuff on YouTube, but he's very strong in duels, and we all love a good tackle. Let's be honest with you. We've seen it the other night with Ampadu. The whole stadium erupted when he took Dewsbury Hall clean out of it. He's very composed under pressure as well. And he's a ball-playing defender, comfortable to carrying the ball from the defence and starting transitions, and very good at passing. His passing range also prefers simple passes, but he's capable of switching play when he needs to. So it's definitely something that, similar to what Pascal Stroud can do. You know, obviously, if he definitely can play a ball from the feet. And then he's the type of player, kind of like Rodon at times, if you remember. You know, Rodon just does them darting runs up the middle of the park, try and create something. He can do that as well. He's very young, reliable, and he's an adaptable defender. He isn't the flashiest, but he's effective. So that's what I got from that. So yeah, look, personally, I would rather James Justin.
Like Pierre says here, yeah, Borneo, he can play right back. He's obviously,
that's true as well.
like forward, predominantly plays centre half, but can cover left back, but very awkward sort of fullback. Do you know what I mean? Where James Hill is a little bit more kind of athletic, will kind of give you a little bit more kind of going forward.
Yeah.
Look, I haven't seen Borneo play fullback. I'm obviously just going off the stature they looks like, but James Hill looks a little bit more athletic. So, yeah, we'll just have to keep an eye on this one, Dylan. But we definitely do need fullback cover coming in. That's kind of my next one. Obviously, we still do need a striker, but I just think that fullback position is one that Fark, has alluded to a couple of times now over his last couple of post matches and press conferences as well. He's talked about that fullback position, so I really think he's pushing the club to go get a fullback soon as. West Yorkshire Gamer says not convinced by Hill. Yeah, he's young as well, isn't he? Very young as well.
I kind of agree with that comment, from being really honest with you. As I said, I'm reading stuff out there and it sounds good, but same thing. Sounds good on paper, but can he do it?
That's it, Dylan. And like for me, what West Yorkshire Gamer says here, Justin is a proper fullback. He can cover both fullback positions. Makes more sense to me. But was it kind of the injury scare that kind of pushed Leeds off, which made him kind of go and inquire about James Hill? You never know. Tanganga, he's gone to Sheffield United. He's went to Sheffield United is what I seen yesterday. Not too sure if it's complete, but I seen there was a tweet up that he was going to Sheffield United. Yakub Mahal was mentioned somewhere, mainly left back, but can do right. I actually never heard of him before, but he cannot lie. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't know who he plays for. Let us know a little bit more about him, BMG, and I will definitely take a look at him after this. James Hill only played 10 games for Bournemouth last season. That's what I'm saying, Jason. It feels, Justin just feels like the obvious one, Dylan, doesn't he? Look, if you're kind of comparing the both, and of course, we're going to do that because they're, the both that we've been linked with to cover that fullback position. I definitely more prefer James Justin, but I don't know. I'm not fully gone on the James Hill.
It seems to be like what you said there with James Justin's being injured. It's like a panic buy.
Yeah.
And that's not the right way to go about it.
Yeah.
Just, putting your eggs in one basket, solely consumed by this one player. I just... It's going to be a no from me, if I'm being honest.
Is that like Simon Cowell? No for me. Push that red button there. Get up.
I'm going to get a red button.
Yeah, Danny said James Justin was only a dead leg. Yeah, I did. I thought you heard straying today, but I did hear that it wasn't as bad as force feared, buddy. Have plays for Wolfsburg, so have connections. Yeah, maybe I'm definitely going to take a look at him after that. Cheers for that, BMG, because I don't watch a lot of German football. It's more for Spanish football and a little bit of Italian. I'm watching not much German football, but it must start now on the Fark because it seems that's where we're always going, as always going to Germany. Justin has more experience than Hill. We need experience, can afford young players this season at least. Yeah, fair point. Yeah, there's two sides of the fence, and get experience in, and then James Hill is probably a little bit one for kind of a longer term. So, yeah, definitely called for both 100%. Don't have faith in players who can do both sides. Would prefer to see a specialist. I just don't think we get both, Robbie, to be honest with you. And I think if Boga gets injured, then you're going to have Boyram covering that position either side of good months, and then you're going to have Boyram. Do you know what I mean? If you get one side or the other, I just wouldn't be fully confident if I need to kind of pick up a banger suspension for Boyram to come in for a couple of games. He's fine coming on, maybe to kind of see games out or as an extra defender or cup games and stuff like that. So I think the club are going to look at someone that can cover both and can do both positions. That's personally what I think. But yeah, we'll just have to see. Michael says we need a player for here and now. Justin will be a better boy than Hill. 100%. Oh yeah, I'd agree with that. The here and now is what Leeds United need to be looking at, and we seem to be in our recruitment as well. We're looking at the here and now and players in the prime. Look at the last Danish fullback that we had. Yeah, true. Yeah, the Viking, the Viking coming in. We were all expecting big things, and what a flop that was. Gamer, I think that we can risk lack of experience for backup. Yeah, I think so as well. 25 to 28-year-olds make sense for this season. Yeah, definitely 100% agree with all them. All very, very good points tonight, lads. Do agree with it. Dylan, let's move on to another striker that we've been linked with, a new name. We seem to be linked with absolutely every striker across Europe. This is a new name that came up today. So, Ermedin Demirovic, I think is the way you say it. Demirovic has been practicing that all day. Demirovic was reported by Florian Plettenberg that he remains a player to watch right up until deadline day. Stuttgart want him to stay. However, that there's been many Premier League clubs have inquired. Most recently from Leeds and Nottingham Forest, and he is contracted until 2028. Had a bit of a look into him, Dylan. He does look a good player, does look physically strong. 50 appearances for Stuttgart, 21 GNA, which is a decent record as well, Dylan. Very good record, you do have to say. Bosnian, 27 again, fits that prime, that bill that the 49ers have been looking at over the season. Go get him.
110%. That's a bully of a man.
He's the one. He's the new one.
No, yeah, 100%. You know me when it comes to strikers. That's a bully, a complete bully. Same thing, YouTube, but went on to a few websites to see what type of player he is in the sense of his appearance during the game. And straight off the bat, I got clinical finisher, strong inside the box, thrives on quick chances, and capable with both feet. Intelligent with his move and his positioning. Runs in between defenders, often drifts wide to create space or drop deep to link up play.
Yeah.
That's something that we need, similar to if we were playing a 10. I'm not saying he's going into 10, I'm just saying to hold up play at times to create some sort of chances for the wingers or for the likes of Pirro or another player to get in behind. His aerial ability, very good in the air, can score headers, relies more on movement than sheer physical dominance, but his relentless pressure, that's what he's known for. And the high energy off the ball and pressing defenders aggressively. The word aggressively there for me is what stands out. And I think that's something that we need. I know you're probably going to laugh. We need a bully up there. And you know, you were going back to say what we talked about a few weeks ago with Mitrovic coming in. We want that. We have Meche, we have Pirro, now we have Calvert-Lewin. 3 different individual strikers that can do it all. To add this lad to the team would be pure dominance. And what I mean by that is winning, say, 2-0 or 2-1 and trying to get the game over. This is the type of player to come on, just bullying his way through the league. Yeah. Team player willing to track back and help defensively, and he leads by example. He was even made captain as well for Augsburg. So,
you've really done a deep dive into him, haven't you? Can you tell us what he, what's his workout and what he has for breakfast, and has he got a dog or a cat?
I wasn't going to say this, but because you said I've done a lot of digging in, and I know BMG doesn't like the negativity, but the only weakness, he's not the fastest striker.
Yeah, I don't mind that.
That's the only thing.
Once he's in the box, I don't mind that. Yeah. Once he's in the box, we've other fast players around him. Once he's in the box, I don't mind. Yeah, I like the guy. Goals will keep us up. How tall is he? I think 6'1", 6'2". I think Robbie not on the higher end. Is he 6'1"? It was 6'1", 6'2". I thought I seen as well. Definitely not on the higher scale. Well, he's definitely taller than me, 100%, but not straight up.
He's definitely taller than me. First thing someone came up to me at the Aviva Stadium and said, I thought actually you were a lot taller.
Mine just a midget. Hopefully Borneo is back for before Bogle gets injured. Jesus, I hope Bogle doesn't get injured. I hope that's that, but I can understand where you're coming from, Pierre. I believe he's 6'1.5". Says Jams out with the measuring tape, measuring them. We love to know the height of a player, don't we? Like Rose, how tall is he? Is he fast, and how tall is he? Yeah, if he's tall and he's fast, we'll take him. Definitely need a bruiser up front, not afraid to take a shot, header and get stuck in. I think we're missing that chain, aren't we? I think Calvert-Lewin is one of them that will kind of, hassle and harry, put himself about, work the channels, work the lines as well, really put defence under. And he's physically strong, his physicality in the air from Calvert-Lewin, where I think with Demirovic as well, as you said, Dylan, he's more so of a bit of a bully, strong, a bit like Nemecha, a bit like Nemecha from kind of what we've seen for Nemecha. He's definitely well able to kind of put himself about and bully defenders as well. So, but as you said, all totally different types of strikers. If you get him in, Dylan, I think it's very, very good, and it's horses for courses then, isn't it?
I really like this one, to be fair. I know it's only rumours, take it with a pinch of salt. I'm not going to get too excited. I know I'm itching here, but it was similar to the Milkovic-Savic, remember, the goalkeeper that we were linked with.
BMG, I hope you're screenshotting or pinning this up. We'll have to go back to Sean Pepper. If you get it right, then we'll owe him a massive apology. Hopefully,
if not, he's still 15 push-ups.
Realistically, I'd like to get it done before then. I'd like to get him done now. I'd like to see Leeds have, agreed a fee and it's done and dusted and sorted out, you know what I Ian Ward says, what shoe size is he, Dillo? Have you done your research like a true journalist?
I think he's a size 12.
Yeah.
And a jockstrap, I think it's 13.
You're so weird, you know that?
I know. It's 1 year for OnlyLeedsBros. I just had to do the homework and get it right.
Yeah.
As I said, I made the effort to go and get a one balloon.
Your missus did.
It's actually young flips from a year ago. Not when he messing out. She really did where I'm going.
Just recycle it. That's not a negative, Dillo. Negative is writing off the window and the club when there's a month of the window left. That was mad BMG, wasn't it?
That's mad, isn't it? I don't know who were doing that.
Dylan thrown the toys out of the pram with a month ago. That's it. Fark out 49ers, burn it all down. A month ago in the window, like after signing Stack, after signing Perry, be all like, madness, head case, yeah. Melier, maybe throw him up front if we can't get ready. 6'5", causes chaos in the penalty area and leads to goals. You know what? He can't keep the ball over around there, and he probably won't be able to put it in the other night.
Or look, he'd probably volley a hit off their crossbar and land on our net.
Yeah.
Like that's.
Danny says, don't forget the transfer window shuts at 7 p.m. now, so whoever needs to know, get a nice nail. Yeah, we will be doing a live stream for that as well. I know everyone and their nannies are going to be doing it as well, but we will do it for the closing of the window as well, just because it's our first transfer window here in OnlyLeedsBros. So we will do a live for that as well, you guys. And as John says, hopefully Leeds United make a deadline deal. We don't usually play around with deadline day, but look, we might.
Can't wait.
We might eventually one day. Love it, Dillo. Great coverage on DEMIROVIC. Definitely done your work. About 5 minutes before the stream, he was looking into him, bringing him. Let's not get into size now. Yeah, we'll leave it at that. 100%. Let's see. Michael says here, check out young Kieran White at Leeds. What a baller, one for the future. We'll check him out. What is he with? 21s or younger? Let us know, Michael. Definitely, because I love to see kind of the next prospects coming through at Leeds. Really do. Just a guy that we know, Jerry McDermott, who's really involved in the Leeds Academy, and when he kind of sees young players coming through, he's always kind of saying keep an eye on this. And he told me about 2 years ago about Harry Gray that they all reckon that he's better than Archie. So yeah, he was right about Harry and Uzel, so definitely see where that one goes. John Pepper has apparently given up on his bet. Oh, you can't give up on your bet. Stick to your guns. Michael Pallett says, legends. Cheers, Michael. Thanks for popping in, pal. Go check out Michael on X, doing a bit of Leeds news over there, so go check him out on X. That balloon Dillo is in the background would have more impact than Melier. Michael says, how are we? We're very good, Michael. Celebrating our first birthday here on OnlyLeedsBros. A couple of changes and stuff like that, and we're just about to do our competition as well, to reveal the winner on that one as well. Like I said, an uncharacteristic moment of weakness by Dillo. That was just a blip. Just a blip, yeah. Just a blip. He let us down now, didn't he?
I get hot-headed every now and again, alright? It won't happen again.
We won't let you ever.
Man, it just happens.
We won't ever let you forget it. Definitely not. Right, Dylan, I think it's time. I think we'll do our competition, reveal the winner, find out who it is, and we'll go from there. So let me see if we can do this correctly.
I hope it's me.
So, yeah. Right, let's see if I know what it is. I very rarely kind of share screens, but we'll give it a bash. Let's see if you can see all this. So all the names have been taken off Twitter, guys. So remember, it is a brand new Leeds United jersey of your choice, home, away, or the third kit as well. You can pick between them. Let me see if we can get this up. Move me and Dylan big heads out of the way.
By the way, that's a cracker, that one.
Yeah, it's lovely. It's lovely, Dylan, isn't it? Really, really nice. Right, there we go. Can we all see that? Let us know in the chat if you can all see that, guys, because I want to just make sure before I
can hardly see it.
Yeah, but you're that you can kind of see the names on the wheel there.
I can make out Kev.
Yeah, because Kev's name was just Kev.
Oh no, it's coming through there now, yeah. Yeah, no,
right, let us know if you can all see that, lads. Danny, you give us the. Oh, you can see it with my glass. Me too, Danny. I can see my glass as well. I wouldn't been able to read any of your comments.
I'm gonna have to try and find my glasses and get them back on. You'll see the real Clark Kent then, Stephen.
Pierre says my name's on there. Is it not Pierre? Did you do all three now, Pierre? Did you? Obviously, you're subscribed, but did you tag someone? Let us know if you did, because I can add you in real quick. The dreaded wheel. Me neither. I never win wheels either. Let us know, Pierre, there real quick, and I can add you in if you hadn't, because I went through all the comments several times.
You said several times. Yeah, should pop me in there.
I'll pop you in, Pierre.
He'll win now, watch.
Yeah, I probably will, yeah. Wait,
better late than never.
Wait, I think
I'm not in it, BMG. I'm only messing. I can't win an argument. I'm on a Leeds jersey.
Why is this not working for me now? Right, if I think if I hit enter, this isn't gonna work. Right, do you know what I'm gonna do? Oh, back the other way.
BMG hasn't got Twitter, but Adam in. That's what he said.
Pierre, you're in there as well, buddy. Spelled your name wrong. And BMG. Anyone else there, Dillo, want to go in for the last minute?
We'll put a minute timer on whoever's in the
Minute
chat.
timer. Let us know if you want to enter, guys. We'll add you in.
Have the timer start in 3, 2, 1. 1 minute from now.
1 minute's a long time, man. All you have to do is just say me, like.
Okay, I'll do 20 seconds.
Right. Wait,
West Yorkshire Retro Gamer. Jam's not in it.
Jam's not in it, right.
See, I told you the minute would have counted.
Yeah, you're right.
Right, it's going.
So let me go.
You just read the comments there, and I just want to say a little thing
West
here.
Yorkshire Retro. Yeah, go on, you crack on. West Yorkshire Gamer,
So, guys,
put down your initials.
So, sorry guys, the young lad woke up at the start of the video, but yeah, just for my own little personal sob story, I thank you from the bottom of my heart, myself and Darren. What a year it's been. It's been absolutely unbelievable, the people we met. Not going through all the names, but just off the top of that, Steve and Jam, Matty from Imagine Not Being Leeds. There's so many lads out there, to be fair. Loads. I can't even keep track. But from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much. Love doing this with my brother. It's phenomenal. And here's to another here's forever. Let's put it that way.
It's forever.
Until I'm on a Zimmer frame sitting in this chair. So, yeah.
He'll die on stream, one of us.
Yeah.
90 years of age. Why did he bring on Aronson again?
Is he still playing?
Right, who else have we got there, Dylan? So we've got BMG, West Yorkshire Gamer, Jamie Edwards, Inky. Who else have we got? Stephen Bourne.
Stephen Bourne is not in. You got as far as Inky, was it?
I've no, who else have we got? So I've got Pierre, BMG, West Yorkshire Gamer, Jamie Edwards, Inky. Anyone else there? Go through it real quick because I'm just off the screen. Do you know what I mean? I'm putting notes in. Anyone else there?
Seamus.
Durkin, is it?
Durkin. Yeah, Durkin, yeah. Shane Dalton.
Shane Dalton.
Did you get Inky?
I have Inky.
Dr. Cox.
Dr. Cox.
Yeah. You put Stephen in. Shane Dalton you put in.
Yeah.
You have West Yorkshire Retro Gamer, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm nearly there. Have you got Danny in?
Danny Rumsey. Have I got Danny Rumsey? Danny Rumsey. I do not have Danny Rumsey in. Danny Rumsey.
Robbie. 8563 Robbie.
Robbie. 8563.
Yeah, and then the last one is Clicks Rage.
Clicks. I'll just put Clicks in, right?
And that is it.
Done. Dusted. Right, let me copy and paste all these names. Best of luck to everyone, guys. Again, this is just to say thank you to all you guys over the last year supporting OnlyLeedsBros. It's been absolutely unbelievable, guys.
Sorry, BMG did just pull up there. This is the last one, John Pepper. To be fair, he's always here.
Right.
He's in.
You're going to have to go again. West Yorkshire Retro Gamer. Stephen Dalton. That's the clear me though.
Sorry about this guy, Pierre with us.
This is the turn into a disaster. So Pierre, BMG, West Yorkshire Gamer.
Yeah.
Shane Dalton. Inky. Stephen Bourne. Jam.
Robbie. Michael Brothers. Dr. Cox.
Michael who?
Brothers, isn't it?
Michael Brothers, yeah. Michael B.
I said Dr. Cox, didn't I?
Dr. Cox, yeah.
Click Rage.
I'm going to put you down a click, buddy.
Obviously, Jam.
Yeah, Jam's in there.
Seamus Durkin. Shane Dalton. I think you got him in. Inky.
Have Shane Dalton. Okay, Inky.
Just bear with me now. Let's go through the comments again. And then John Pepper.
John Pepper.
Ian Ward. Ian Ward's the last one. Yeah, Ian Ward's the last one. So it's John Pepper and Ian Ward.
Right, let's make sure that is everyone. John Pepper and Mr. Ian Ward. Right,
and then Danny Rumsey is in, yeah. He just put up another one. Yeah. Right.
Danny Rumsey. Can't forget old Danny Rumsey. First subscriber to OnlyLeedsBros was Danny Rumsey. Right. That's all the names. Copy. Let me go back in here now. Bang all your names in here. Let me get this sorted.
If you haven't got any of the kids, lads, I would definitely recommend the third kit.
Right, these all are there. Can you see all them names there? Just make sure everyone's in. One last whip around, lads, before we... Oh, you don't see all that. One last whip around before we all get going, yeah? That's everyone.
Just let everyone put a few comments in there for the crack.
Just make sure we're all sorted. That's a lot of extra typing required. It is funny. But look, we're being nice. The cut-off was 1 o'clock today, but we're being nice. We're letting us all in because you all show your fantastic support for us all the time. So, right, ready to rock? Let's go.
Best of luck to everyone.
Absolutely everyone. Make sure you drop us a DM after this as well. 3, 2, 1. Oh, it's making me dizzy. Ooh, it is Liam Brails for. So congratulations to you, Liam. Happy days. Yeah, give us a shout out, Liam, if you are in the chat. I will find you on Twitter there as well, because I don't think you're in the chat, but I will go find you and get your details as well, and we will send you out the brand new Leeds United jersey of your choice, whether it's home, away. But congratulations, Liam, and always, guys, this isn't the end of competitions here on OnlyLeedsBros. We're constantly looking at ways that we can get you guys involved and kind of say thanks. We've ran a couple of competitions before, like over in Elland Road, leaving stickers and stuff like that. No one found €100, so then we did donate it to the Prostate Cancer UK during the Creator Cup.
We do that again, actually.
So loads of little bits going on OnlyLeedsBros. Keep an eye out, guys. We're hoping to do little bits and bobs kind of down the line, which really good prizes coming up. So do keep your eyes out. We're always going to kind of post it in community posts. This one was solely for Twitter, but there will be one coming up on the YouTube community post as well. So make sure you keep an eye out for that, guys. So we will announce it well in advance as well. It's not one of them where we do like a week and let you know. We'd always do kind of a month in advance and let you all know. But that is it for OnlyLeedsBros. That's it for tonight's stream. As always, guys, look, I just want to say again and reiterate, thanks very much to everyone over the last year. You genuinely don't know what it's meant the support over the last year. There's times where myself and Dylan have been in a really dark hole, and you guys have been there to kind of dig us out and get us through it. And being here on OnlyLeedsBros, really kind of takes us away from the world, any sort of bullshit that's going on in your life, to kind of come in here, sit down and talk to you guys and talk about Leeds United is the reason why we do it, guys. So I just want to say thanks very much again to absolutely everyone. You genuinely don't know how much this means to us and your support. Dylan, anything to say before we wrap it up and say good night to all these wonderful people?
No, not before I start crying, but guys, honestly, thanks a million. Congratulations to Liam on winning the competition. Thanks very much, lads. Honest to God, it means the world. Waking up in the morning, first thing you think about is Leeds. Till the last thing you do at night time, and me and Darren are on stream with you guys talking about Leeds. It's Leeds, but we could not do OnlyLeedsBros without yourselves, because it just wouldn't work. Simply would not work. So yeah, thanks again for everyone.
Yeah, cheers, and yeah, well done again to Liam. All the chat, absolutely delighted for you, pal. So that's it from us. That's it from OnlyLeedsBros, guys. We get through the last couple of the comments. Pierre, that's bribery. Yeah, no, I do want to go to Cheltenham, though. I really do. Really do want to go to Cheltenham. Quality stream once again, lads. The legends. Cheers, Jam. As I said on a little post today, we're not the most polished channel. We're a little bit rough around the edges, but we do our best, and we love having a chat with you guys. So proud of you. Cheers. Thanks so much, Lenny. Cheers, bro, says Inky. Great stream. Can't believe it's been a year since the first. Yeah, I'll pop that one over to you, Danny. You can have a look at it later on. Very funny. Absolutely rattling.
I was in bed. I think I was in bed.
Cheers, BMG. Happy birthday again. Cheers. Appreciate. I feel like I've 2 birthday now. Brilliant show, lads. You that legend should be so proud. Cheers, Stephen. Really do appreciate it. Love you all. One big family. All Leeds, aren't we? Isn't that what we say, Shane? All Leeds, aren't we? The Mitchell's goal machine, and I would give. He's still going on about strikers. John Pepper doesn't care about the competition or that anymore. Just get me a striker.
I would have laughed me head off. Yeah,
you do it, Aaron. You can stay here. Cheers. It is something I want to do though, Pierre. Really do want to go to that. Right, so that's it from us. Mind yourselves, mind each other. Keep an eye out tomorrow actually as well for the Arsenal preview. That will be going live tomorrow. We'll be back for our watch along and our match reaction as always. So mind yourselves, mind each other. Love yous to bits. Talk to you soon.